tonight, Tuesday, for a new hour. So I think there will be more people watching on Facebook and YouTube. You can definitely type in a comment if you see me, so I can make sure that it is broadcasting, that the whole world is watching. 6 p.m. LA time. Celebrity Star News, this new show that I started recently. I think it was a wrong time because I was doing it on a Friday night at 8 p.m. So I can really change the time. It's 6 p.m. and I can see myself, so it is working. Wonderful. Welcome. There's a little sunset here in Puerto Vallarta, so I might, the color might change. We'll see. We might get some kind of sunset on the screen. But anyway, let me remind you what we do tonight. My name is Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium. And the show we do is Celebrity Star News, a show in which we discover what's going on with the celebrities that we like, the celebrities that we don't like. We can ask questions. So it's very simple. To ask a question, you just need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And it's here, youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic. You can also, of course, call the number. Where is it now? Here, +1 888 788 0099. Of course, it's a free number. It's a Zoom system, so you can call from your cell phone. And then you just have to type the ID, 323 ID, right there. Oh, what am I doing? It's here, yeah, the ID number for the meeting. So you just have to type that on your phone. And it's completely free, but you could just, you know, call, ask questions, make comments, because it's a lot of fun, and I will enjoy it. We'll be all together having a lot of fun. And also, of course, you can type in your comments, so you can type it on Facebook, on YouTube. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is very simple, you can win a free psychic session with me of an $80 value. So it's 15 minutes free psychic session with me. I have the feeling that the light is going a little bit disco around. Pray for me, pray to make sure that I will stay with you and not disappear in this weird light. Anyway, right now, let me run the little credit video that I always run every week so we can see what we're talking about, what we're doing right now. So let me click the share screen button, and then I'm going to click on advanced, and then you don't care, but I care very much. I will make sure I don't share a porn movie because that happened to a lot of people. And this would not be really good, you know, so I prefer if you see the credits. I think it's more fun. There we go, Celebrity Stars News right now. Okay, let me press play. Okay, so as you saw, it says Friday, but it's actually Tuesday because I changed the time. It means I need to make a new credit or something. So we know it's now on Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. New York time, because these people have already eaten. They're on the sofa waiting for the show and watching. So today we're going to talk about different celebrities. My name is Raphael Pathé. I am the world's medium, international psychic medium. I have clients all around the world. Some of them are celebrities, of course, in Los Angeles, in Paris, in Dubai. But also I do readings for people, for everyone. And it's always a pleasure for me. So it's very easy to book a session with me if you want to know what's going to happen in your life, love, work, money, everything. There's a link below the video where you can basically click and book a session with me. But now we're talking about celebrities, and celebrities always want to hide a lot of things. So I suggest that tonight we're going to use the different decks I have, the different tarot. So I have the tarot of the Tsar. This is a tarot I really like. It's really shiny, gold, red. I use it a lot when it's about celebrities because celebrities love everything that shines. So I think it's often, you know, the questions you have about them. Usually it's about home, money, contracts. Are they going to still be rich or poor? So I feel that this deck definitely represents what can happen in a celebrity's life. But I also use the Tarot de Marseille because it's one of the oldest and the one I've always been using. And it's very good when there's a specific question you have. So if you want to type in a question, by the way, about the celebrities we will be talking tonight, you are very welcome. Just type in the question on Facebook. If you want to know something about Jennifer Lopez, we'll be talking about her in a bit, or about Justin Bieber. If you want to make a comment, say anything, you can either call me at the number right there. If you're right now, if you're bored in your car, coming back from work, you're listening to some shitty radio, why not just listening to me and call that number, make some comment, have fun, let's be together. You can also type in a comment if you're driving, maybe not, but you have no excuse because you can call here. So I'm going to show you my Marseille Tarot, which I think is really, really cool as well, because it gives you a very specific answer. It's very old. You can see the picture, kind of like really old school, and but very, very modern at the same time. And you can see everything that happens in this celebrity's life, you know, so that's what I use all the time. I've been reading the tarot for 30 years. So basically I was born, I jumped out of my mom, and I started reading tarot. So, you know, it's something I'm really used to. I also use the crystal tarot, which I like a lot. There's a crystal on every card, and each card represents something or an advice, a crystal that a person, a celebrity should use. So I like it a lot. It's very good for my intuition. I absolutely love it. I'm surrounded by crystals, by the way. But now I'm going to show you the little credit so we can see who we will be talking about today. So let me run the little video that I make for you every week so we will see who we are talking about tonight. And I'm going to change something about the light because I have a strange feeling. All right, I open the thing, I press the play. Let me run by the curtain. You can see how... Wow. All right, as you can see, there's a line here, but it's really amazing because it's actually the sun that goes through the curtain and gives us a line. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's a bit of a creative Andy Warhol style. So you could see who we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay, so I think you probably can hear me. Yes. Okay, great. And so we're going to talk about these different celebrities and see a little bit what is happening in their life. So I completely forgot because I wasn't watching who we're going to be talking about first. So let me click that button, but at the same time, let me remind you what we do tonight. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. I had to run. Fix that curtain, fix the light. So it's Celebrity STAR-NEWS every Tuesday at 6 p.m. My name is Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium, international psychic and medium. You could see me on TV in the UK. I also do readings for people in Hollywood, in the mansions. I've been all over in Beverly Hills, in all these different places, and I'm going to people's house. I also do it in England, in Switzerland, in Germany, of course, in Austria, in France, in Puerto Vallarta, where I am right now, you know, hiding away a little bit, and of course for you live. So let's see who we're going to be talking about tonight. Let me just reopen the video, and then we're going to start with our first person. So let's see. Let me open that. Let me open it again. Up. I have to, okay, I have to do that too. So let me click. Okay, so the first person, let me see. There's no sound. I don't know why, but I'm sure we'll find out why. There is no sound. I don't know why, but anyway, we will talk about Justin Bieber. Okay, this is the first person we're talking about right now. Let me just check the sound just to make sure that people hear me out there in this world. Yes, you hear me. Okay, magic, perfect. So let's talk about Justin Bieber. You know, Justin Bieber is a singer that I like. I really like his voice personally. I have to say, you know, sometimes people make fun of him. Obviously, I mean, a lot of people do not make fun of him. They buy his records. He's definitely an artist, has been on the market for a long time, making great music, I think, personally, in my opinion. I really, really like it. Him as a person is a different thing. Nobody really knows who he is. He's still very young. He's been in the market for so long. And so let's see a little bit what is happening in his life. And you know what? I'm really curious because what a success. He's such a successful guy, you know. He's been going through a lot, but a lot of his records, everything is so successful. You know, when you click on YouTube, any of his records is like 1,000,000 views, a billion view, or like, I don't know, 100 million views. So it's kind of really interesting. So what I want to do first, I want to take 3 cards, like 3 crystal cards, and see a little bit what is happening in his life. Where is he headed? Is he ready for the new life, the new era, the new order, if I can say? You know, is he ready for that? He's been out there for a long time, like, you know, from such a young age, and there, like, in front of everyone for so long. Let's see what is happening with him, you know. Let me see. I'm looking in his eyes right now, and I can do face reading. I see something quite intense and quite interesting, you know, in a good way. I feel that there's something real in there. It's not just like some, you know, little pop singer that got lucky for a while. I think there's something very deep in there. That's what I'm looking at right now. But let's see, what is the energy of his life right now, where he comes from, what's happening now, and where he is headed. So I picked 3 cards, 3 crystal cards, and then let's see what's happening. Okay, it seems that right now, so he had a moment where, you know, this is a card of gratitude in the past. So he's been really happy for what he had, you know, appreciating everything that came his way. So someone with good values saying, okay, you know, it's working. I'm happy. I'm having this and that. It's not perfect, but, you know, life is good. One day is good, one day is bad. That's what's his philosophy. But I feel that something has to change completely. I think he wants more. He's letting go of his life right now, of how it was. He wants to go deeper, further, and maybe express himself even more, because what I see, the creativity card is coming up. So I think he really wants to disconnect himself from the past, from what he has been doing until now. He really wants to bring exactly what he wants, who he is. He wants to be more mature in his art and bring more creativity. So everything he's been doing so far, he was very grateful, very happy, but now he wants to be more creative, maybe write more, create more, and take more part of the creative process. So he's becoming, I mean, he's always been, I think, a true artist, but he's really becoming, he's more and more able now to really define who he is, what he's doing, what is the reason, and how to do that. So now what I want to do is to see a little deeper what is happening into his life right now. By the way, my name is Raphaël Pathé. I am the world's medium, international psychic and medium, clairvoyant as well. I have been doing readings for 30 years. My clients are all around the world, all around the galaxy. And I do readings for a lot of celebrities in Los Angeles. I also have clients in Paris, in London, in Milan, all around the world. People call me, want to know what's going to happen in their life, work, money, health. So especially right now with what's happening in the world, I do have a lot of calls, but I also do this show every Tuesday where we can dive into the life of celebrities. And of course, if you are Justin Bieber right now, if you're watching, watch, you can ask questions about your life. But if you are just a fan of Justin Bieber, which is great, you can type in your question right now, wherever you see that video. You can also call on the number that is 888-7. Let me just put it a little bit bigger because it's a bit of a disaster right here, my eyesight. It's 888-788-0099. And then, of course, there's a number to dial, 323-304-0101 is the ID number of the meeting we're doing right now, the show we're doing right now. So if you want to ask anything, you want to know what's going to happen to Justin Bieber, if you want to just say anything, you're very welcome calling and making a comment, asking a question, saying something. I will be very happy to talk to you. So now I can see some weird, you see, like I can see the magic around me. I can see the sun actually is setting here, so the light is a little bit strange, but I think it's kind of fun in a way. So let's see what's going on in Justin Bieber's life right now. Okay, so let me see, Justin, what's going on in your life. I'm going to do something called a Celtic cross. So a Celtic cross is like a way to put the cards on the table in a shape of a cross, basically. And it can reveal you what is happening in your life right now, what just happened, what's in your mind, and what is the advice from the cards. So I'm turning the cards right now as I'm talking and checking what is going on in Justin Bieber's life, because this is what we do tonight. And, you know, I can see some heartbroken in there, which is not cool. I have the feeling that relationship-wise, you know, you remember he got married, I forgot when, but like recently. So he's basically a married guy, you know. He's in a relationship. He's been in it for quite a while. And he's very upset because I see a sense of betrayal, you know. So he's getting betrayed. He's heartbroken. Something's happening in his relationship. It's really awful. He's actually an honest guy. I can read that in his eyes. It is someone who says, okay, I'm with you, I'm with you. He's not this kind of guy saying, you know, I'm with you and I'm going to sleep with the whole planet. he's with someone, he's with somebody. Right now he's really upset, things are not working out anymore in his love, and he's really upset. He's actually a bit of a mess, emotionally speaking, because, you know, when your relationship doesn't work out, I mean, it's absolutely awful. So he's not happy. You know, I feel really bad for him. His relationship went wrong. I have the feeling that the person he's with, I completely forgot her name, but you know her name, betrayed him. So, you know, she wasn't honest, I find, you know, from what I see. So sorry, Justine, but your girlfriend, wife is not necessarily honest with you. And that's a problem, you know. She was not really honest about her feelings, and she was here for the money, you know. I forgot if she's famous or what. She's probably famous. I completely forgot who the girlfriend was. In fact, I'm just going to check, just because I completely forgot the name. But she wasn't. She was here for the fun, you know. She wasn't here because she was, you know, in love with him or something like that. So that's really awful for him. Let me just check. Justin Bieber's wife, I completely forgot her name, Hailey Bieber, and she is, he has been married, but, oh yeah, he's still with her. Okay, first year of marriage is Justin Bieber. No, Justin Bieber believes this message was a calling. Yeah, I think he was really in love with her, you know, and but she's not. This is the problem, you know. Sometimes you are with somebody, you were really honest, and then you realize the other person wasn't. And in that case, to all the fans who wanted to sleep with Justin Bieber or marry him, I think he's going to be free at some point. He is heartbroken at the moment. He feels like, what the fuck's happening in my life? And he sees no future in a way, and he feels so betrayed and so upset. So I think that will be in the news eventually. He will be okay, of course, and I feel that, you know, his work, he's going to like spend more time in his work, working, developing more music, because his relationship is a mess, basically. He got betrayed. So I wanted to say that. This is not cool. I'm sure you will see that in People magazine or things like that in a bit, you know. So this is probably not official yet, but I'm telling you right now, today, Tuesday, June the 8th, 2021, I think Justin Bieber is you know, he was, his wife betrayed him, and he's a mess right now. He's not feeling good. So you can check it. We'll check it in the news. I'm sorry about that, my dear Justine. You will be okay, but it's not cool. You know, choosing the wrong person is always, it always hurts when you realize that it was not the right person, you know, and and when you were really involved in it, it's really not cool. So that was it for Justin Bieber. He's going to be okay. More work, more music, more creative work, but the love life is a disaster. So let me see who else we're going to be talking about. I don't have the sound. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have been watching this show, and I'm sure you watched it, or you didn't, or whatever, but it's selling Sunset. You know what's interesting in that show? It's a show where Quinn, who's actually a really, really beautiful woman, if you think about it. I mean, a lot of realtors pay a lot of attention to look good, but this one and the other girls starring in this series that's on Netflix at the moment, Selling Sunset, most of them, I mean, they're really beautiful. They look like model actress, you know. I think they were really fit for the show, and they seem to know how to sell. I mean, personally, living in LA, I have seen a lot of real estate agents. I mean, they look elegant, but these ones, they really look like stars, you know. They did the extra mile to look fucking fabulous. So the show really, you know, they're like these beautiful girls selling these amazing homes. I really like it. I really like the show, and they're a little bit bitchy with one another, but I think it's a good show, very good show. What I wanted to say is, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, I remember when I arrived in LA as well, there was this beautiful office on Sunset Plaza, and I would imagine me having my, you know, psychic readings in that place. And then I found out that that place, in fact, is the office of this real estate agency they're working in. So it's very funny because each time I watch the show, I can see them working in that space that I thought was ideal, exactly the type of space I would love to be working in, and it's actually on Sunset Plaza. So I watched the show just to see that. Anyway, right now, other than that, we're talking about Quinn, one of the hero of the show, one of the actress, one of the realtor, and her husband, Georges Dumontet. I don't know why he has he sounds like he has a bit of a French name, but it's probably not pronounced that way, but it doesn't really matter anyway. So they are together, they have a baby. Let's see what is going on between the two of them, because I have to tell you my feeling, you know. It feels like Quinn in the show, because of course I'm watching the show, but it feels like she married this guy. He's probably like a good, successful guy kind of thing, you know, but I don't know if she's really in love, you know. It's really hard to read her because, you know, there's a lot of this makeup. She looks really fabulous. She looks really good, but you don't know if she's really real, you know, and that's often the case in LA. There's a lot of these absolutely beautiful people, great look, great car, great, you know, everybody's always happy. There's not a lot of crying. There's a lot of smiling. But I don't know at the end of the day, do they really love each other? Is there really something there, or was it just a calculation? So let me see what is going on between the two of them. I was curious because I'm watching the show and because I want to know, is it real or is it just like a reality show and it's just, you know, it's just for the money or something. So let me see. It's always interesting to check that. So Christian and Christine, what is going on between the two of you? Okay, so no, it's not going on really well. So Christian is here. Christian is kind of, basically, I think there is love between the two of them. I have to say, you know, there is something. She's actually quite depressed as a person, and I see her with the King of Cups reversed. So she's not really depressed, but she's a bit of a drama woman. I mean, you could see that a bit in the show, but it's kind of, she really needs someone to listen to her stories, her feelings, to help her. I'm not feeling good today. I'm ugly, you know, that kind of thing. And then it's like, no, you're really beautiful. Don't worry. You know, it's not a problem. So she's this kind of person that's a bit of an artist, but a bit depressed, a bit narcissistic, a bit, I'm not sure. So she looks great, but inside there's something a bit broken about her. He's like the two of wands and he wants to make things work. He's not, from what I'm feeling, he's not the one that has a lot of personality and a lot of, emotions, but he wants to make things work. He's okay, but she on her side is she's a bit difficult, you know, from what I'm seeing. So as a couple, it's a bit difficult, you know. That's her, like the King of Cups reverse, like playing with people's emotions. Oh, please, I'm not feeling good today. Am I good looking? Am I happy? It's never going to work. That kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, okay, let's make it happen. I'll do what you say. We're going to make it work. He's more chill, you know. But the problem is that the pop reversed is here. That's what's happening between the two of them. What I think is she comes from a background, from a family that, I don't know, it was not easy, you know, it was not easy at all. And the mix of the two of them, and basically was not easy for her growing up. Her parents were not really supportive of her emotionally. As a result, she carried that kind of emotions that the parents put on her, and she carries that in herself, and then it has an impact on the relationship. And that's a problem. It creates this situation where she's always, things are never good enough. It's never good enough. You know, you have to be better, and it's very strict how she is. And in the end, I have the feeling that it's going to end. The death card is coming in because it's like, I feel like he will never fit. Nobody will ever fit her. Nobody will ever be good enough for her because in some kind of way, she's not self-confident. She does look very self-confident, obviously, but she's not really. And as a result, she kind of projects how she feels, you know, how her family made her feel. She projects that on everyone. And that doesn't work. At the end of the day, it can't work because nobody's good enough for her, because even herself, she doesn't feel good enough. So she sees only things that are not good enough, to include her husband, everything. As a result, unfortunately, this is not going to work and it's going to end. I don't think this is going to last for a long time. I think it's going to be 2-3 years or maybe 2, and that's going to be over. So it's just not going to happen. I feel that he will give up, you know, on her. He will have to give up because it's just too hard. There's something that's just too difficult. Sorry, guys. We'll see. Anyway, you know, whatever I say, it's always very good to be able to check that in People magazine later, because I'm telling you that today, June the 8th, 2021. So you can always check in a few months when they break up, and I'm not going to be excited about it, but, you know, as a cycling medium, I see things that will happen, and then you can look back in the video and say, oh, shit, he said that to us. And so, you know, and then you can see that I always say the truth and I predict the future. This is my job. I am Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium, international psychic and medium, and clairvoyant. People often ask me, how did it start? How did you know? So I didn't know anything, but it's just that when I was a child in my house, I could feel some spirits around me. I never really felt alone. And then later on in my life, I started to be very attracted by magic, by tarot. Immediately when I started to read the tarot, I could foresee the future for my friends, people around. So it was something that was very intuitive, very natural for me. And then on my 24th birthday, I went to my parents' beach house in France, close to Le Touquet. And I saw a ghost apparition in the staircase, and that ghost happened to be the original owner of the house. And this is a ghost I've been in contact all my life. I've been in contact with all my life until now, to find out that he was very upset that my parents, my family used to have a bank, and we possessed the house from that person, that ghost. And he was very unhappy staying in the house all this time until I finally was able to clear everything with him. And so that's kind of how when I was 24, it really validated the fact that something was a little bit, or that I had access to other dimensions. I think we all do, but in my case, it was in my face. It was like, this is what it is. Now you have access to that, and whether you want to see it or not, it's here. And so that's kind of how it started. And then, there's a lot of things that happen. I'm actually writing a book about it. But I travel around the world working in music, in TV, in creative. And then when I moved to LA, there was another ghost in my bungalow. And then I did not know how to get rid of it. And then a psychic medium called Michelle explained me how to kick the ghost out. And in the process, I decided to give, to make my gift available to people and to be a full-time psychic medium reader. And that was about 10 years ago. So that's when the whole thing started. But I've always had that in me. But I just never really knew that it was so important for people to know their future. I don't know. I never felt like this would be a job for me, or it was never that way. All these things had to happen for me to finally do that and be here right now on YouTube with the weird vibration around me. But it's not vibration. It is a light. The sun that is setting, a beautiful sun here in Puerto Vallarta. And so as a result, I didn't put the special lights behind me. As a result, it looks a bit funny, but only tonight, Tuesday. So now we're going to talk about somebody else. Let me press play and see what is going on. I want to remind you, please, you could type in your question. If you see that video on Facebook, or if you see it on YouTube, you can type in a question and ask something about our following guest, following person, what they're going to talk about. You can also ask questions about psychic, mediumship, or, any question you have about Christine Quinn, Christian Georges Dumontet, if you want to ask something, or maybe Christine Quinn, if you are watching, you can ask questions about yourself, and I'd be very happy to respond to them. So now let's talk about our next guest, next celebrity. So it is, let me see who's coming next. Lady Gaga. Okay, so Lady Gaga, I'm not going to introduce her, because it's Lady Gaga and we see her everywhere and she's super famous. She has a lot of movies out there. So there isn't a day when people won't see Gaga, hear Gaga, breathe Gaga, Gaga. So basically, I want to see a little bit what is happening in her life at this very moment, Let's see a bit what is going on there. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and see, just like a general read, and see where she's headed. How far is she going to go? She's so far already, She's been, it's been years, maybe 10 years or maybe more, I don't know, but it's been years and years and years. She's all over, all the time, in everything, everywhere. So how can this last? Is Lady Gaga, is she going to be still there in 10 years long? Or what's going to happen to her? Is she going to collapse? Is she going to get even better? Is she, we don't know. Is she going to be like Madonna, lasting until she's 60 or 70? Or what's going to happen to Lady Gaga? But let's see what is going on right now in her life. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross and see what is happening in her life right now. I want to remind you, you can ask a question, type it in under the video, or you can also type it in on YouTube, on Facebook. Ask me a question about Lady Gaga. She's not very well from what I see. She's really, really into depression right now. Huh? That's what I see. Terrible depression, feeling like shit. Sorry for the word, but sometimes I like swear words because they really give you the feeling of what they mean, shit. So she feels isolated. She was revealing she was depressed, anyway, on TV. She said a lot of times she suffered depression, problems, drinking, all these kind of things. So she's very isolated, I feel that the COVID situation was very difficult for her. So, and I think because Lady Gaga can't live on her own, she can't be alone in a house and just, watch the ceiling. She needs all that activity around her. She needs to be traveling. She needs the drama. She needs a change of clothes. She needs the music. She needs the crazy. She needs to be surrounded by all these things. She's a bit like a Christmas tree. without the Christmas decoration, when that was her during the COVID, just a miserable Christmas tree with nothing really happening, no decoration, nothing, it's like a miserable Christmas tree. And so that had a huge impact on her. She's like, actually, it fucked her up, it fucked up her mind, she felt like, what am I doing here? But I can see the ace of sword, the ace of wands, which is a good sign. I feel there's some energy coming in. There's a man as well in there, some manager or someone there helping. She has a coach. I would see this is a coach, somebody that's really, really helping her very much, very strong man. And he's the one basically that is giving her the strength. So there's a very, very powerful man in there that is helping her every time things go wrong. It's like a father figure, very strong man. He's out there. And he's the one picking up the pieces when she falls apart, which is right now. So she's really not in a good... I'm reading her face at the same time right now as I'm talking, and there's something very, very, very destroyed about her. I think that's also when you watch her face, there's something a little bit... I always want to say that. I always forget to talk about it. I mean, her face is very asymmetric. It's not symmetrical. And I want to say something, and mine too, and a lot of people, I mean, nobody really has a properly symmetrical face. But did you know that in traditional Chinese medicine, having a symmetric face means you are healthy? It means there's a sense of health inside, a sense of balance. And also, this is the reason behind which, people really are attracted to fashion models, and fashion models, I mean, maybe not right now, maybe not everyone, but usually a good, long-lasting, excellent fashion model will have some symmetry on the face, because beauty is symmetry in a way. And you know why? Because symmetry reveals health. And the human being naturally is attracted by healthy, because you don't want to be attracted by sick, by Quasimodo or whatever. You're attracted by healthy. It's unconscious. So you want symmetrical. So that's why people usually are attracted to fashion models, by the way. In the case of Lady Gaga, it's completely asymmetrical. It's like two parts, like two people in there. And they're fighting. That's what I'm saying. These two people are fighting inside, and you can see it on her face. So she did some plastic surgery, very much. I mean, I saw this show on YouTube from this doctor that explained everything she fixed to get more symmetry, I would say. Still, you can still see there's half of the face that is completely different. It feels like there's two people in there, and they're fighting one with the other. It's a bit like a Gemini with two people fighting. Like, I see that. In her. Anyway, this is a bit of a problem with the light right now here, but whatever. Let's say I'm a ghost. And so yes, but there's someone that can always help her to move forward, Her family sometimes doesn't want her, she feels like her family doesn't want her to be really herself and to reach the top. So her family is quite heavy on her. They have an impact on her that is not always great, I have to say, It is someone that suffers a bit from her family being there too much. So there is something about that. She remembers the old good times. She's very much that way as well at the moment. She remembers the past. There was this hot man in there. Is it this man? I forgot his name, but in this movie she played in recently, like, singing the song, Give Me a Reason, blah, blah, blah. And this guy, I think she's like, she wished she could be with him. And I think she really liked this man, but he's not good. He's not a man that is fair, He's a little bit dishonest, this guy, with women. He's not very good with women, in fact. And I see that because the justice is reversed and the empress is there. So it is someone that's not good with women. He's sexy. Maybe he's good in bed, good sex. But he's not very fair to women. But she misses this man, She liked him. So that's kind of what's happening in her life. At the moment, falling apart, somebody's picking up the pieces. So she's going to be okay, but she's not feeling good. She's really down. She has an ability to feel so down. Honestly, it must be really hard to be Lady Gaga. Now, let me find a solution for the light because I have the feeling it's going to look so bad. So I'm going to put the spotlight. Let me just do that. Spotlight. I have a spotlight in there. I'm going to plug it because I don't want to look like a monster. And with the Mercury retrograde at the moment, we could look like a monster. We don't want that, do we? Okay, so let me put that. I don't know how that's going to look, but I'm sure it's going to be better. Okay, I have to put that here. Okay. Is this better? A little bit. It looks like I've got some kind of ghost behind me, but it doesn't matter as long as we can finish it nicely. Finish it nicely. Okay, so let me put that here. Put that here. Tonight is a Mercury retrograde special show where nothing is working out. Everything is falling apart. I hope my face is not going to fall apart. That would be a bit of a pity. Hey, pity. Okay, so let's see. It's a crazy show tonight with Lady Gaga. But I don't know how long that's gonna last. Let's see if it lasts. Maybe it will. Maybe. I don't know why. All right, let's talk about these two. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. I think that is a very, very interesting couple. I don't know why I just said that. I think because Jennifer Lopez is so sexy. I find, she's very, very sexy. She's a bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of a, very sexy, sexual, and this Ben Affleck, and with everything he went through, alcoholism and all that, he married everyone, and now back together, that's interesting, maybe they are meant to be together. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and see a little bit what is going on. First of all, I'm curious. Ben Affleck said he went through this alcoholism and all that crap. I mean, it's awful. I know a lot of people. People just find a refuge in the drink, and there's something dead about them. I'm reading his eyes right now, and it feels like there's something in his eyes, from looking at him right now. Like as you see, I don't know. Anyway, I can't do it. It looks something is not anchored in life. Something, he doesn't have his feet on earth. He doesn't have his feet on earth. And from what I see on her, by the way, on Jennifer Lopez, it feels like she's really, she's a boss, she knows what she's doing, she wants to be in control of everything, and he's like lost, he's a bit like a lost soul, he doesn't have his feet on earth, he's completely in another galaxy, and maybe she can, if he listens to her, I feel that she can really control him and maybe help him to, I don't know, to be better to himself, to have a better life, and maybe she can be the one who can actually control him so he doesn't do stupid things. So, but let me see, Ben Affleck, what is going on with you, my dear? I'm going to do a Celtic cross and see what is happening in Ben Affleck's life tonight. Okay, tonight and tomorrow. So, Ben Affleck, what is going on with you? Wow, you're in love, Ben Affleck. Wow. Everyone wants to be in love like you. So, Ben Affleck is completely in love right now. I can see with the 10 of Cups. This is what you want for summer, the 10 of Cups. It means it's open, it's a renewal. Decided he wants to. It's a guy who likes to be in love. He's an emotional person. I think that's what he cares. He needs emotional healing. So sometimes when he is in love, he's just very happy. He's like, oh my God, I'm in love. I'm so happy. That's why I'm wearing pink tonight, because Ben Affleck is very happy. So basically this man just needs to be loved and to be happy, and he doesn't like conflict, he just wants happiness, beauty, very much that way. So maybe Jennifer Lopez is bringing that to you, bringing that to him. I would say also to him right now, so if so that's quite good. Her is being people. Jennifer. specific topic. And let me see now what's going on. France, a country of cheese and wine and sexy. This is where I come from, and I have been doing readings for 30 years, and every Tuesday now at 6 p.m. LA time, 9 p.m. New York time, and in between, like a sandwich, is Chicago, the land of chic people who come questions about celebrities. I use to see what's going to lives. Great time on Tuesday. You can type in a question, ask me a question about Jennifer Lopez, about Ben Affleck, about the other people, and tell you what. But Jennifer Lopez, see, oh là, Dieu. See what it was, Jennifer Lopez. It's very strange. Don't want her to be happy again, you know. She's really trying to put her things together to make it work. She's like, I'm going to make it work, I'm going to be happy. But the tabloids don't want her to be with him. They don't want her to be happy. So she's really, people are not nice to her, you know, but she really wants to get a sense of balance and money somehow. I have the feeling, you know, it's success, power, making money, and that's strongest than love. Success. If she had to choose between success and love, she chooses success. Ben Affleck, he has to choose between love and success, he chooses balance. But I see some happiness. It's gonna be okay. Kind of worried about story. She comes from like a kind of a poor, you know, always okay, I don't want to be poor, so this is a priority for her. Money, work. It's not like she's she just comes all together, watch a movie, and he wants that. So Jennifer Lopez is sexy, but she's controlling. These could be problems for their relationship. Somebody tells town, but anyway, who else do we have? No, there wasn't. This is finished. I talked about everyone tonight, so let me click the other button. Show active speaker. No, this is not the thing. I know I have to click stop. Okay, so I am back with you. I am Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium. You're watching Celebrity Star News, or you will be watching Celebrity Star News. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic. I have other shows that you can watch below. And remove else if there's something that is or what I love him. So it's a bit of a lie. Sometimes we are with somebody we're not sure. So if you questions, if you want to ask questions about celebrities, I will be very happy. For now, it was a pleasure to see you.